Well, hello everyone. This is comrade-Sirius. I'm a serious Czech, and welcome to episode 101. Because last one was the special. I will forget numbering in about 10 episodes. You know me, but it doesn't matter. What does matter is that we are at Chodov, and finally the underground is not empty. Yeah, these are power lines, some water, getting ready, and so on and so on. And yeah, this queue that is here, for quite some time. That's a little bit of a problematic too, but hey, it is what it is. We can't do anything about it right now. What I would like to do is to move in some workers ASAP, but it's definitely not an easy task. So, what we will need to be able to move in people, and the answer sadly is quite a lot, because we will need some heating and so on. It will definitely not happen this year. So yes, I did assign some of these guys to multiple of their work, but you can see we are missing basically all networks and so on. Things that are done would have been done even so, and most of those parts just simply require workers, and it's not like we do not have foreign workers. We cannot deliver workers and materials at the same time. So yeah, while they are still coming to these parts, I'm not wanting to use them on buildings, because buildings can collapse. Yeah, this thing can collapse as well. Probably. Maybe not the best use of our workforce. What I would like to have is this car station and the shopping center to be done, same as few of our houses. But it will take a while, and I'm not sure we do have that while. What we definitely should do is to connect this footpath to one or to at least some side, but we do not need to, because yeah, houses that are affected are connected to both sides. Though these would have a problem, but they would probably be able to walk through here anyway. So nothing there, no special stuff done. Here we are working on connecting the airport. What we probably can do right now is to connect at least this main road, to connect it to the side that it needs to be connected to, because well, what else are we going to do with it anyway? So yeah, let's make it a little softer. Go down. Yeah, this feels okay. And yeah, we have some underground piping down there. So yeah, we need to be a little gentle. But well, this would feel okay if I wouldn't place that road there already. So can we make it? Yeah, we can make it like this. So that's one direction we are going to take things. We can probably connect it together, and to be fair, we do not need to build this right away, but we can add it to the queue eventually. So low priority, and they can do it when they have time. But this is sort of, I'm not going to spend too much time here, because we have more stuff to do. One of them is down here at Radotin and the area. Just a quick news for you. Now we do have 2 Janvarets, because I have found another one. It's this one, yep. 22 years old. I just bought it. Very used one. But he's the one. It is the one that, is supposed to be working. And that's a thing I definitely need to investigate. Are you guys repairing it, or these guys? These guys. Okay. Because they are allowed to, and they are disallowed to discontinue. That sounds very strange. Okay. Shishko food 200 means that there is no food. Why? Because there are no crops. I understand. So it is not great that we have 4 trains. 4 trains waiting here for crops. Because this one is for brewery. This one goes for clothing factory. This one is also going to the clothing factory. And this one is from bakery. This locomotive is an express loco, which definitely tells me that it shouldn't be here. And on the other hand, we should absolutely be able to supply our clothing industry, which is, you know, this one. With well, more capacity lines is probably not the exact thing. I was thinking about, you know, the distribution office. But we'll definitely need trains to be able to, you know, get through. So, this one, I will probably... How are we with harvest? Let's start with this thing. Yeah, harvest is just about to begin. What this tells me is that we will absolutely need the fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. And do we have a cistern train that would be able to take care of it? I do not know. And the thing that I do not know means I will need to take a look at what trains do we have in distribution offices. And there are none. There are no cistern wagons in these guys. That needs to change, right? That needs to change. We are having some cistern wagons in queue, which is cool. But we also have these wagons down in the queue, and who of you is set to... Okay, you load and bring it to the depot. Because that's a thing we'll definitely take a look into. We have 2 locomotives. How about... Okay, you can finish the onions, because they are fine, but can we actually move cisterns further to the front? Because that feels like something I would really like to have. Goddard wheel trams are something we probably will not ever manufacture, it feels like, because I can keep them here, but well, who am I to judge? We are not going to sell these wagons use these wagons anyway, so that's fine. These cargo wagons will probably be needed, but only in the future, which again makes things not easier. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, this is what we have. We can take a look. We can take a look how they are taken. It looks exactly like I remember, like those trains. I mean, not this dent. Well, the dent is not seen. But this is the locomotive that has been driving around my grandpa's town, and grandmother's town. They really left it back. Fuck. Okay, I will send it again. Or you know what? It's just use the other one. Move and go. Okay, something has been done, finished. Yeah, this is this route. Will we need something? We will need something, because we will absolutely need the stop to, you know, start working on all of this. Ouch. Okay. Okay, they have it selected. You know what? I will do... If you take a look, I will simply set these as a high priority, so they will deliver materials there first. Which technically should help us. Because those guys are very eager in terms of, you know, doing everything at once, which is always a problem. Because if they are doing everything at once, they are delivering, you know, all construction materials everywhere at once. Which then, you know, creates a lot of other problems. Like, you know, these guys are just here doing absolutely nothing because they have nothing to deliver. While, you know, pipes and all the stuff, they are getting absolutely, you know, overloaded. Yeah, that's what I would say. That's the word. This is the one I will need probably soon as well, so that means this guy and this guy as well. While we're at it, there is an excavator, and the excavator wouldn't be able to get back because I have a no riding sign. Why it is here? Because I needed these guys to do some terraforming. And they obviously just came here and wanted to have a fuel. And I was like, nope. That's why I use them for all of this. I'm not sure I want to auto-assign these guys to help us with other stuff. I think I can actually, because they can help with those, you know, big stuff that is all going around here. And once I will need them, I will simply call them home and reassign them to other stuff. What you might have also noticed are, you know, these flats. By the way, this house is not being demolished, which is a little strange. But I have assigned all of these houses to, you know, basically get demolished and removed. That's why they are being put in here. Yeah, this is waste that will be processed, and I don't know where it will get processed. That's something we absolutely didn't get. Absolutely didn't get to yet. We have recycling, but we have no way to, you know, actually get rid of the waste. That's gonna be interesting. Okay. But good part is that we are having, you know, all of these roads a little bit ready. These are probably a low priority stuff. What are you guys doing? Oh, they're just finishing, so that's fine. And that means, yeah, you have assigned those tunnels because they have auto search, so that's fine. Our guys have finished some other roads as well, which I mean I can assign them these guys. Please don't do anything stupid, but these guys from Strichkov can provide machinery here, and actually Vysočany can probably get here right away. But we have a problem with this station because no trains can come through. Okay, so you deliver the materials you can. You are the train from a brewery. Okay, if we'll not have anything to do with the brewery right now. No, I wanted a different thing. I want this guy to go to the depot. Because that's the guy from bakery, and I actually want to replace the locomotive with a big one. That's why what we have here. And this is our PM2. That's the one we actually made. You can see it's shining new. And you might start, you know, placing bets on how soon I will forget about it. And I will find out only when we will not have absolutely zero food throughout the whole Republic. Because, you know me, that thing will probably happen. And yet, now we have run out of crops. So, that's where we are. But, by the way, our distribution offices have started collecting crops. So, the worst thing is hopefully behind us. Hopefully. I basically need to discard at least one train so they get loaded. They get loaded soon. But these guys will probably set out soon for, you know, for some harvest. But we will need more fields. And that's why I have these 4. And that's something we probably should do together. Right up here. Because what I want to have is, I would like to have a power plant. We will need to have a coal mine for, you know, heating for Bohnice. We will also, it will be really favorable to be able to bring the coal up here, which again can be done via cableway. Nothing wrong with it. Chemicals do not need any coal, so that's fine. And here we do not need any coal as well. Though to be fair, it might be useful to get more coal towards our area, but it doesn't feel like it will be ever needed. And by the way, why are we having overfilled? You're not in range? Oh. Fuck. This thing is definitely not full. So, someone, and that someone is me, simply forgot that we should have some sewage processing connected somewhere here. That probably should be very simple to fix. Do we have a connection here? Right? Yeah, we do. Okay. Why did I turn this the other way? Because I didn't look. Yeah, it's completely acceptable. Turn this around. Oh, yeah, this is the connection. It will be very easy to do. Are we going to do with bricks or prefabs? It feels like it doesn't matter. We have plenty of both. You know what? There are bricks down here, so we can make it with bricks anyway. So, that's it for 1. Please make this a high priority because we'll absolutely need it. This is something that would be able to build once I... You know what? Yeah, I will send just 2 workers here. I will add it to the mix because once it will get built, it will, you know, get out from the menu. And now it's just like 5, and I will send 2 workers there. We should not waste that many workers anyway. Thanks to it. Yeah, okay. I'm glad that finally they have it done, but well, it's definitely not needed too much. In terms of, you know, building speed, can we have like, I don't know, 10 workers? 8 workers, because we have these microbuses down here, and they are for 8 workers. Yeah. So that's what I will want to have here. So you can actually start with these, and it means I should probably, you know, assign you. Cool. It's another low priority building, low priority build stuff. So there we are. We should send workers towards, you know, towards other paths and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we'll have. You can let me know when this is done. Probably do not need to because there's no way to do it. So let's do it like this. These guys can have like, you know, 5 workers as well, but it would require materials. Not this one actually. No work, no people. Thank you. So that's where we are. People are actually, you know, able to build stuff, but I think I'm wasting their talents. Yeah, probably. Anyway, we need other guys to actually finish some stuff, so yeah. Let them be. And let's go back to Strichkov because it feels like the locomotive, and yeah, I do still remember, which is fine. The locomotive should be there. It's not there. It's on the way. Where is it? Nowhere. What locomotive? Yeah, I understand. Okay. Nothing too special. Well, we got vaccines. Vaccines done. We can actually increase type. We can do another one because reasons. We have just got an epidemic. So that's probably cool. Let's keep these people running, and it feels like we do have pretty lot of people, but we got plenty more to, well, not to spare. That's not the way I would like to call it, but you know what I mean. Again, guys from Vysočany are building this stuff, and there is one more road I would definitely like to connect, and this is this one. Yep, so you can do it. Obviously, for 7 you can do these as well. Why they can't get to? Yeah, because it has entrance from this side. Fine. Now I get it. Has someone been actually telling something about, you know, new farm area? Yeah, who was it? You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Pause the game and let's do it. Because we need to move somewhere. Yeah, the coal is right here. It's not that hard, not that complicated. So, a coal mine, please, the big one. 24%. 29, 30, 31. And there are some, you know, very small parts. But it feels like there are mostly 2, maybe 3 shafts, actually. Okay, so if you would go for this one, it's even connected in a right way. We'll just rotate the footpath connection. Well, road connection, not footpath. This is coal mine 31, because 31%. The other one would be 18. 18. So not 2, but 18. I simply name these, you know, with percentages. And then there we have 25, 24. Yeah, 25. So rotate it on the other side, or to the other side. And this is simply mine 25. What do we need here? What we would need is to, and what we, you know, usually could utilize is to have a train connection up there, which can actually, you know, start here and just get up the hill. Nothing too special about it, but we can do. But also, I would like to use this this area for 2 more things. One is a farm, because we are running out of crops throughout the year, because we are basically eating a lot, which you can see. There is now no one there, so please don't go anywhere. You are quite full, so you can actually just, you know, move to the next stop. What do you mean I cannot rotate a train in the stop? Like, go there. Or maybe go to the Liban right away. Yeah, move out. Alright, 65, 900 tons, that's better. 500, 500, cool. Is the train there? No, Where is it? Down here. Okay. And this guy is running all around here with diesel fuel, which feels okay, but it's definitely not. So, let's just do some basic outlines. In terms of mines, you know this, but mines have inner storage of like 20 tons. It can produce 4.2 tons times 220 workers if it's 100% mine, but that's even daily production is far higher than those 20 tons, so fuck that. We do not need to care about, you know, wasting too much of the storage for anything. The only downside that I now see is that it's really hard to connect these two. So can we actually just, you know, raise the ground a little bit? And yes, I know that I have only one excavator, so that's not helping. But I will actually try to, you know, utilize this. Is this enough? I need storage, not anything else. Yeah, it feels like it should be enough. Because it has the entrance part, right? Yeah, it has the entrance part. So, all coal, or raw coal, will go into this. It's uncleaned, unwashed coal, because it's actually called something like a coal washing. Now you need a processing. It's a little math incoming. Once this is getting placed, probably last row, yeah. Here we are. Obviously, we'll need a road connection, don't worry. Can we? Can we? Yeah, it's fine. I know it. I can do it, so don't waste time. Now, we got 25, 31, and 18. If we add these together, it's 60, something like 74. 74. It's 74%. These guys can produce, and at 100% quality, they can produce 4.2 tons per each worker. 4.2 times 220 is a lot. It's like 900 tons, almost 900 tons. Around 900 tons. We got 3/4 of this, basically. So that's how much? 3/4 of, you know, of a thousand is obviously 750. This is something a lot less. Let's say 700 tons. We do not need exact counts because we will not run this on 100% anyway. This thing can process 420 tons. So 1 is definitely not enough. 2 are enough. The only question is, do we actually want to build this in a way that it can draw the coal itself? You know, like this. Because it would actually be possible. And to be fair, it sounds quite nice. The only issue I feel we might get is how high are those conveyor outputs. Because, yeah, they are on the ground. Well, almost on the ground. But they are not at the zero. They are not at the zero part. So, if we connect this reasonably enough, but it needs to go to a height, then we are fine. But the problem is, if you would use some normal storage or something like this, it would be a little bit awkward and awful. So we will not do it like this, and we simply just build these back to back. That would look nice, actually. It would look fine. Because yeah, these are definitely connectable on each side. This route can go around because there is a route anyway up there that will need to go to the mine. And here we are. Okay, now we need a storage for coal. And even if I would use this vanilla one, it will not allow us to pass through the road there. And I would absolutely love to have some bus stop. I don't know if this is a job for a bus stop actually, but well, might be. A lot of mining. I'm going to run out of computer power before I finish this map. It's not great. Well, I can either use these two storages, like a thousand each, which in terms of production is how much? 240 tons a day. Yeah, 1000 is not enough, because there's like 4 days of production. We need much bigger production, much bigger storage. And by the way, the inner storage of coal processing is 100 tons. It's like half a day, I understand, but it still feels like something that could utilize conveyors. So what we are going to do is to have this thing, and I'm curious, can we place a bus stop in the middle? Bus stop that would work with roads. This one is fine. This one is also fine, even with the autosave. So that's our go-to spot, because there's nothing better than, you know, we can connect these two, and we also be able to, you know, just send those footpaths around. This is like 167 meters. They will definitely be able to reach, or we can, you know, make a shortcut. Not a problem at all. But this is fine. Now, how big of a storage we need? And I don't think we need a very big storage, but I think we can afford it. So that's why I will build it. There's a lot of space here. Do I want to waste it? I don't want to waste the space, but I just want to have options to what to do with the coal. Because this thing is obviously not needed. Now, we will need a few things that will draw coal from here. One of them will be, you know, coal deliveries towards these guys, which I'm not sure we can manage, but I would really like to take a look at it, because that can definitely be a cable way. Can we get like an unloading spot somewhere here? We can. You know what is funny? We can even connect it to the... What does this thing lead to? Anyway, nothing. Why is it here? I don't know. Anyway. So, we can have the unloading spot. We can absolutely, like, get it out there. This is not enough. What do you mean, other infrastructure in the way? Oh, it's this thing. Okay. Can you, like, demolish this? Why has this not been demolished so far? Are they too out of reach? I'm really curious, because you can see when they are traveling in the vehicle, it feels like they time out just before they get there. Yes, it looks like it, because they are at 4 hours and they are simply unable to make it. It's fucking annoying. Fuck! Okay. Stop shouting, right? Yeah. You know what you can do. And it's very simple. Where is the stop? Here is the stop. Okay? We do have buses. Like the microbus down here. Simple. If you find something like this, we can use the demo office. We can set workers to be picked up down here. And we can do it. And let's say, you know, look around. Or we can simply assign it. Like, use this thing. That's the thing that needs to have... Okay, you're not going. Yeah, now you do. Okay. You know why the rest was demolished? Because they had the option. They had the option of using a bulldozer. So I don't know how many months. I'm not gonna say years, but I don't know how many months I'm wasting time here. To be fair, we can probably just... Yeah. We can absolutely use, you know, this thing, so that's fine. Cool stuff, right? Sometimes you simply get amazed. Yeah, and I will just rotate it towards here. This is the unloading station, so it will work. It will work. So what we need here, probably, at this spot, is to tell them to... Yeah, tell them to use it. What are we going to use coal for? Anyway. We need coal, you know, towards heating and trains and all that stuff. To be fair, you can then probably just tell this distribution office to not bother. Yeah, this is very annoying stuff then, but I'm very curious if we can have a vehicle that would simply load here and unload here. I know that vehicles can load in train station loading, but it would be able to go around if I would assign it to, but so it shouldn't be too big of a problem anyway. So that's what we need. By the way, do we have the locomotive? Yes, we do. Fine. Assign copy line, because now we can. And let's go. Because we need you. This one is no longer on the line. This one definitely needs to get on the line. And this PM loco, I will assign you back to our old city, so it's down here. Good. You're an express locomotive, you will get used as such. Low loyalty. Who would have guessed? Because we are having some people here. They are working at the kindergarten and at school. They have some low loyalty, so some of them cannot work there. Funny. But yeah, that's how it works. So I think they are. I think that should be cool. This is something for them to get into. 1, 2, and 3. Once this is done, you can let me know. To be fair, this one as well, because why not? I'm not sure that anyone, they are able to walk there because we have finished this road, so that's cool. We have some more houses, and we have the prison, which is not a bad idea, because we would be able to start it. But I will wait for a few more workers down here, or you know, I may buy them. I may buy them direct actually, but because yeah, we have everything. We have even, you know, trash cans and stuff like that. What do you mean train waiting to? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting on, to be fair? Oh, someone forgot to put signals there, but there are no signals. Where are you going? What are you going to build? This thing, yeah. Absolutely shouldn't be a problem at all. Because it doesn't lead anywhere. Well, never mind. Never mind. I know where this is. Is that the customs house? Yeah, obviously. Okay, assigning workers to the other side as well. No workers needed here because it's just a rolling phase. And in a while we will be fine. So that's where we are. Okay. Can we finish this? No. Can we finish the basic layout? I think we can. We have this 5,000 ton storage. That's a huge ass storage. What I would like to have is, if I will run power plants, it would be very worth it to, you know, wing it with something a little special. So what I will do is that I will assign, you know what, how much power plant, where are they? It's a long time I've built some. This coal power plant can produce a lot. 20 workers. This is basically a smaller version. This is a lot of steel. These are cute. I mean, I really like them. Not sure I want to build them, but I really like them. And the good part about them is that 6,000, so it means a 10 megawatt. Yeah, 10 megawatt. You know what's nice? You can have only underground cables with these guys. Though to be fair, these guys can do 23 and have 2 connections. Yeah, that's not a problem. Do I want a new one or an old one? They do not eat anything special in terms of, you know, consumption. It's just, you know, interesting stuff. How is the other one looking? I think this one is slightly better in terms of what I need. Because what I would like to have is about, you know, can we do like 40 megawatts? Because we are producing a lot of coal and, you know, a lot of brakes and stuff. It feels fine. But to be fair, we are producing a lot of steel anyway. So we can actually, yeah, we can. Let's go with new ones. Let's go with new ones. We do not need to experiment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 blocks of those. What do I mean 2 blocks? This is the main road that is going through the area. I'm not sure that these guys need a special stop, but they probably could utilize one. And what I will do is that I will place this one here. And then we'll get a 1,000-ton storage in a way that they can connect together. Now they can. But what I want is to have a direct connection like this. Because I want the goal to get a priority, to be, prioritized in terms of, prioritized delivery towards this spot. What I can even get, because we have an empty space here, I can even get a specialized stop that would resend those workers somewhere, because, yeah, there is a way to, put a footpath through here. And it's probably a good way to utilize some stuff I want to utilize. This is going to be insane. Like everything I do, this is going to be super insane and super unnecessary. And it's way too cramped, so I cannot, I cannot move the road through there. Okay. One more try. One more try. Let's start from here. Let's start in a way that we can actually move the road through there. So this is one, but then the 1,000-ton storage will get a decent pause. RR, because I want to deliver it. Yeah. And we did connect to the one I wanted to. And we should be able to get a route through there. Ah, fucking hell. Okay, once more. Okay. Now we definitely would be able to get a road through there. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Now I want one power plant right in a way that it connects. Can you make it a little angled? Do I want to make it a little bit angled? Maybe not, but it would be much easier to connect. So, question. Can we do it somehow? Like this one, this one, this... Okay, this one. Sure. I only need one. Like, I do not need all three. This one I need, obviously, connected from the other side. Which we do have. And the road is doable. Which is okay. And that means we will use this small, not this one, this one, is small bus station to ferry workers. Here, because it means, yeah, it means I can employ something like a vehicle pump for workers. For those who do not know what it is, you will see it in future episodes. Once these things will get built. But now I need to, finish all of that. All of this. And to be fair, these guys will produce quite a bit of power. The maximum wattage is 23 megawatts. Which is a lot. What will happen here is, and that's just, outlines for now. You wanted trains up there. They will be able to pass. Not a problem. What we will have here are priority switches. This is one. You know what? Let's make it in a way that will look strange, but will absolutely make things easier for me to understand. Because this is 12 megawatt underground wire. And we'll have a connection from this bit to down here. So these two will go to this one. F4. Can we? We can. Good. And the other one will get, yeah, a little bit underground. Yeah, that's one. And this will be two. So each plant goes to each of these. But then these can be either 4 separate, separate solutions. Or we will be able to simply, move them where we need to. These are, I'm using priority switches because they can carry unlimited amounts. The moment you want to start using priorities, you need to interlay them with one of these yellow ones, because you cannot use these in a series and be using priorities. So if I would want, for example, if I would want to use windmill or, some solar power, which we might try. I never did this, but we might try in the series. I don't know. Then I would need to place between power plant and this guy. I would need to place, these guys, and those need to be 4 because these can transmit only 18 megawatts, or technically one big one in the middle to both of those, and that wouldn't be good. I tend to do it, in a more readable way. But from these guys, I am absolutely, they can carry up to 24 megawatts each, which means that I can simply redirect them into something like this, and move them across the map. And if you remember, down here at Sriskov, we do not have a priority switch, but we have one up here in Jablice, and we might connect there. We also can start connecting all the way to our back city, as long as we will be able to do it. But it requires a lot of calculation, and this episode is quite long anyways. So that's where we are, and that's where we end today. What will need our attention in the future is this village, because the village is done, but it has no power, and the power is about to get built. But you can see workers are delivered in here, so maybe the village of Switek will be finishable in near future. At least it looks like it. So we can actually, what we'll do is we will connect it like these together. This one as well. This one is definitely on a low priority anyway, so it's not great. But hey, we are going to connect all of these. This one as well. What is this? House of Culture, small station. Most stations need. We do not need both of these, but at least one would be fine. So, yeah, that's one. Probably, let me know when this is actually done. Yeah, this is an excavator. That's fine. It's going there. So, you know what that means. It means we can probably send workers there anyway. This is the bowling alley, aka sports, so that's fine. Police station they can build themselves, like all other stuff as well. Kindergarten, a clinic. You know what? We can send workers here. It's not a problem. We need to finish these substations. At least most of those. And we will need to invite some vehicles. I'm not sure we are, you know, they are finished yet, but would be fine. And by the way, this is probably a high priority as well. Oh, this substation too, because we will need water, and we do not have water, so yeah. Time to do stuff. Time to do them, and including this. Sure. So this is basically what background work looks like, but now you are experiencing it firsthand. So that's what that's all basics done. Let's put it this way. Those are all basics. We do not need, you know, we do not need to give them like a lot more. And depot would be fine. You know, stuff like this. They can work on. What is? Yeah, okay. If you are planning on substations, like maybe connect them to footpaths first, would be fine. Yes, this feels okay. Once we'll have the coal storage, we can start delivering coal to, you know, future steel mill. There are a lot of. Yeah, that's fine that you are going there, but I would love to be using cranes. Who do not have cranes? Yeah, I didn't, because you know why? Because free cranes have not been assigned because they are free. So yeah, that's what I will do. I will basically add them here. So when they will be workers, they will be able to, you know, just do that stuff. I know that it's not very effective right now, but well, you know what I mean, right? Anyway, have a nice day. See you in future episodes. And well, kudos for staying with me so long. Bye bye.